Hey boys, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Today we got a problem, and it's a huge problem. Not just a little tiny guy, but we're talking the Butterbean of problems, okay? We are talking Brock Lesnar versus Bruce Lee type of problem, okay? We got some really big problems going on with some of the smaller people in the community, right? And what's happening here is really big people like Privy. PushinP owner Privy is lying to me, your friends, you, the whole community about everything. It's not just one little thing that he's lying to everybody about, okay? So the first thing we need to go over here, I proved this in my other video, link in the description. The VRAM and performance of his servers is absolutely dog water, okay? I'm using 16 gigs of VRAM on my graphics card in the low spec PushinP and like 24 gigs of RAM, right? It runs just as bad as the biggest servers with the most traffic and the most mods. It is by far some of the worst running servers that you can even play. Alright, that's what you need to understand. You need to understand that Privy does not own a low spec server. He doesn't know how to make a low spec server. And his servers are not low spec. So we need to get that out of the way, and that's proven in my last video. The next thing we need to get out of the way is now this guy is lying about car mods and bike mods in the game. We're lying about the content in the game, okay? You'll hear him on Cool Kid from BMX video, or from BX, sorry, Cool Kid from BX. And it's the motorcycles in Assetto Corsa video. And in here, in the background, you'll hear Privy talking. These are the best bike mods, the only good bike mods, the only bike mods that have been done correctly, and so on and so forth, right? Now, here's the thing about bike mods in Assetto Corsa. They are all based off of car files. You cannot just randomly generate or type out files for this game to make a bike work. It's not going to happen. So what they're doing is they're taking something like a car, right, and looking at the car data, and you're taking all of this information, copying it and pasting it into your bike mod folder, and then you're changing the data to represent what the bike should do better and adding in some animation for the rider and for the bike. Now, how do I know this for sure? You can tell based off of the collisions with the bike, okay? So let's just take a look here, and let's just watch what happens with Cool Kid. By the way, mad focus, by the way. I love the focus here, man. Look at that. I'm back hunched over, eyes glued in on the screen, looking through the top 10% of your glasses, bro. Like, you know the guy is enjoying himself. And that's fine, man. This isn't about Cool Kid. It's about things like this that happen when you can see visually that the collider of the bike is not the same size as the bike. So he's going to go a little bit to the right here, and he's going to approach this curb. And as you know, your front tire and rear tire of your bike don't really veer away from your bike. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you're getting sideways in a car and the rear end is way closer to the curb than the front end. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't happen with your bike. So what happens here is unexplainable, because he approaches this, he's not on the curb, but all of a sudden he's on the curb and the bike just is going to get sent through the air. You play that back in slow motion as many times as you want to verify what I just said. But I promise you that this man did not hit that curb. I've been playing this game for long enough to tell that the curb is not being hit right there. Look at that. The front wheel isn't even on the bike line. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not even in the bike lane yet, but he's hitting the curb. That's probably because the mirror is probably the part of this bike that's actually hitting the wall, even though it's nowhere near it. And the reason for that is because the collider came off a car and wasn't shrunk down enough to fit the bike. So now it's a car mod that looks like a bike that still has the collider of a wider vehicle being a car. I'm so sick of the lies in the community from these people, man. Prvvy used to be an alright person. I used to associate with him. I remember one time I was working on traffic for him, and he never ever did anything for me about that. There was a time where I did like configs for the guy, and he started streaming with the light configs and almost never mentioned me. You know what I'm saying? So he's taken advantage of me too in the past, and obviously, as time goes on, you expect people to not do that as much. But I guess now, Prvvy is lying right to his friends that give him so much content and following, and you got to be a real crappy person deep down to do that, man, because it just shows that you really only care about the money and you don't care about developing friendships and good relationships and good community standards with each other. You just want to make the money, and you're willing to lie to your fans and your community and everybody else to make it. Again, not cool kid from BX. He's having a good time, bro. This guy makes good videos. It's just, I'm talking about Prvvy and PushinP, alright, not this guy. This guy has just been riding the bikes a lot lately and making a lot of content, so it was really easy to find a really quick clip to just show you a quick little crash of the bike there in one of the most obvious spots where it shouldn't have crashed. So again, cool kid from BX. Nothing wrong with this guy. Nothing wrong with his content. It's just that in the background of his content, you'll hear Prvvy lying to all of you guys, including him. And I didn't think that was very cool, man. So anyways, that's it. Have a good day, everybody. Take care. And is Prvvy the biggest liar in the community? I don't know. He might be. Have a good day, guys.